Hey guys, so today I'm filming another video on this BMW 335i that I purchased from a Copart auction for 1,500 bucks. It's going to be the first video of the series, so let's jump into it. So what we're going to focus on in this video is the damage and what we're going to do about it. Obvious damage is the front bumper cover. Obvious, there's nothing really else going on behind it more than likely. We'll find out. It's going to come off, so we'll see what ends up happening there. And then the headlights. This headlight's the only one that's damaged. These are factory by Xenons. They're pretty expensive if you want to go back factory. But what I ended up doing is, I'll show in a little bit, I ended up buying an aftermarket set for now. It's going to ditch the auto leveling at the moment. Doesn't make much sense to buy cheaper headlights than factory ones. Kind of dumb. But it's just a temporary solution, just so I can get the car inspected, passed, and then on the road. And then I'll be selling those aftermarket headlights while I do a series on how to build the factory headlights. How to take them apart, how to install new halos, how to black them out, all that good stuff. So the first thing we need to do to get to the headlights and start with removing the damages, get this bumper cover off. So let's get into how we're going to get the bumper cover off. So we need to jump in the car, open up the hood, so we can get to a couple of bolts that are holding on one part of the bumper. Those bolts are these 1, 2, 3, 4 T30 Torx. If you have a splash shield underneath, which most cars will, this car doesn't have it, happens on older BMWs, there'll be a series of 8mm bolts up underneath. Then you'll have your fender well in here, your inner fenders. There's usually a piece right here, but obviously it's been damaged. It's not here on this car. You're going to remove 2 8mm here to get access to another 2 8mm, one there and one there that you can see. So we're going to go ahead and remove those all from both sides, and then we'll take the front bumper cover off so we can get access to the headlights. So now that we've gone ahead and removed all the bolts, like I said, you got the 4 T30s up there. You have 2 holding in the fender liner, if your fender liner is still there, which it should be on a normal car. And then there's 2 right here, right up underneath that you can access right there. 8mm again, and then the 8mm underneath on the splash shield if yours exists. It doesn't in this car. On some older cars it doesn't, because people end up hitting it on things and then never replacing it because it's old plastic and brittle most of the time. So it's not on this, so I don't have to remove those. Once we get to this point, you just pop the bumper off from both sides, and then what we end up doing is just taking the bumper and then just lifting it straight up, off, and forward. And it's as simple as that. Obviously, we don't want to pull too far. Now that we have access, we want to unplug important things like fog lights. So I'm going to reach down there and unplug the fog lights. You may have bumper sensors on yours. You may have to unplug those. So just be mindful of that before you pull it all the way off. Make sure you have everything unplugged. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it, and then we'll just pull it straight off. It's that easy, guys. Front bumper's off, and that's the extent of the damage. Yeah, just a couple scratches on the front bash bar that we'll just sand down, throw a little bit of paint on there, and be good to go. Pretty crazy. Headlight bracket's in good shape, isn't damaged. Headlight is, but we're replacing that obviously. And then you can see right there where it rubbed through on the bumper. Pretty crazy, this little amount of damage totaled out a car, but it is an older car. Isn't really worth much by, you know, black book value. So that's what ends up happening. And I mean, you can think about it like this headlight itself. If you don't have a hookup like me, used to work at a BMW dealer, still know a bunch of people. This headlight will cost you brand new anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 bucks, even on eBay buying when used, $300-400. But obviously, you know, insurance companies work buying everything the way it should be, so it's really easy to reach the value of a car by just a bumper and a headlight. Pretty crazy when you think about it, but the car's really starting to look like a bargain now, considering we're going to end up spending money building the car and still being able to have less than half into buying a stock one. So let's jump into how to get these headlights off, and then we can take a look at the new ones and putting those on. So we have a couple of T30 Torx that we have to remove. we have one right here, one right here, and then two behind the shroud. You can see one there and one below it. And then one's kind of hidden back up in the fender well. You can see directly there, right next to that 10mm bolt. It's that Torx is facing towards the front of the car. So we're going to remove those 5 T30 Torx, and then we can pull the headlight off with the bracket. So those 5 T30 Torx are out. What we need to do is just pull the whole assembly forward. It comes off as one piece, headlight and the bracket. And then there's one connector that you have to remove, and that's it. And that's the main harness connector right here. You take it off, pull it back, and then it'll be free. So then we'll jump into how to transfer things over onto the new headlight, and we'll be good to go. So these are the new headlights. As I said before, they're aftermarket. They're made by a company named Spider, I believe. They obviously aren't up to par with the OEM headlights, but obviously those are worse for wear at the moment. So we're just going to swap these in. I mean, they do look nice. The projector is probably pretty cheap. They are made to function with all the xenon functionality from the factory, other than the auto leveling. But there is a box that works as a resistor to not give you an error on the dash, or at least that's what it says. So we'll see how that works out. Like I said, these are temporary. They were kind of an expensive temporary solution to the headlights, but like I said, they should look nice. They have LEDs apparently that light up all the way through those halos, and they're easy to put on. They're brand new. They look pretty decent, and so that'll solve our situation for a little bit until I can tear those apart and fully build those. So I'm just going to swap everything over. As you can see, I've already started with the ballast from the old ones. We're going to swap over that headlight bracket, the bulbs, and a few other little things. I'm not going to go into too much detail because everybody's different. You know, some headlights are pre-LCI, LCI, some are halogen, some are xenon. There's tons of info online if you want to look specifically what you need to swap over. Obviously on the xenon ones, you need the ballasts and the bulbs. On the halogens, just really the bulbs. So I'm going to swap everything over, and we're going to throw it back on the car here in a little bit and see what it looks like. So I've swapped everything over that I needed to, bulb-wise, ballast-wise, etc. for my install. And the last step is to swap this bracket over. We have a T30 Torx right there, and another one on the opposite side right there. So we're just going to go ahead, take those two off, swap the bracket onto the new headlight, and then we're going to place it on the car. Alright guys, so there we go. I got the bracket on and then installed it on the car. You have those 5 Torx, 2 under the hood, 2 near the kidneys over there, and then 1 on the inside of the wheel well right there. And so we're good to go. That's the install. You plug in that main harness, just that one connector, that's all it is. So let's take a look at and see what they look like. I'd say that looks pretty nice. Definitely an upgrade for the meantime. They are very bright. I had to turn the brightness down on the camera to even be able to capture them a bit. You can see there how bright they actually are. So that's just the parking lights, the actual halos themselves, not the low beams on or anything. Overall, I'd say they're nice quality. I mean, here's the new one, and we'll come over to the factory ones. Obviously faded. Obviously the halos have that halogen look to them. You know, it is what it is. So I'd say these are definitely a nice upgrade for the meanwhile. I definitely like them. Goes well with the car. Let's try to step back and see if we can get a better 50-50 of it. Yeah, big difference, that's for sure. All right, so let's see now. We're going to throw the low beams on. As I said before, I think the passenger side is out, either the ballast or the bulb on this one. So that's why it's not lighting up. So there we go. We got the low beam on. Obviously, I'm going to have to buy another D1S bulb when I swap out that headlight here in a second. And yeah, guys, looks pretty good. And it's nice that we still have the functionality of the actual by xenon. So cheap headlights, but they work pretty well. Like I said, the only thing you really lose is the auto leveling. Kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's okay for now. There's the bi-xenons kicking up, and then our high beams. So anyway, guys, if you like the video, feel free to subscribe. There's a lot more coming on this car. Got a new bumper coming in. Got downpipes coming in. Got an intercooler coming in. Have a radiator. Tons and tons of stuff. This is going to be a real fun build. So I will see you guys on the next video.